Last night, my wife and I got into a small argument. She wanted to go to a party her friends had been planning for weeks. I felt uneasy about it, and I told her clearly that I didn't want her to go, not because I want to control her, but because something about it gave me a bad feeling. She brushed me off, saying I was being overprotective. In the end, she got dressed and left without another word. I stayed behind in the living room, staring at the clock as the hours ticked by. Doubts gnawed at me. What could have been so important that she would disregard my feelings? I didn't call or text her. I stayed silent, letting my disappointment hang heavily in the room. When she returned, it was almost 2 a.m. She came in casually, carrying the scent of perfume and alcohol, her laughter still lingering from the car ride with her friends. I looked at her, but didn't say a word. She noticed my silence, but didn't try to explain. She went straight to bed. That night, I didn't sleep. My thoughts kept spinning. I felt dismissed, ignored, and unappreciated. If she didn't care about my concerns, what did that mean for our marriage? I held back my words, choosing not to argue. Morning came, and I expected her to act as if nothing had happened. But instead, she was already in the kitchen, cooking breakfast. I sat quietly at the table, watching her move around. She looked tired, almost remorseful. When she finally sat down, she avoided my eyes. For the first time, I noticed hesitation in her. She spoke softly, admitting that she had been selfish the night before. While the party had felt important at the time, ignoring my feelings was wrong. Her voice cracked as she went on. She confessed that even surrounded by friends, the laughter, music, and fun had left her feeling empty because she knew she had hurt me. That guilt had followed her all night, and she couldn't ignore it any longer. I listened quietly as she spoke, let her get it all out. Her apology wasn't just about attending the party. It was about making me feel like my voice didn't matter. It was the first time in a long while that she had opened up so honestly. I could see she truly meant it. Still, I didn't forgive her immediately. I reminded her that actions matter more than words. Respect in a marriage isn't only about love. It's about honoring each other's feelings, even when we disagree. She nodded, tears welling up, and promised to change, to think of us, not just herself. For the first time, I felt she understood the depth of my silence from the night before. It wasn't anger, it was disappointment. That morning, as we shared breakfast, the tension began to ease. It wasn't a perfect fix, but it was a start. She realized that trust and respect couldn't be sacrificed for temporary fun. In the days that followed, I noticed her effort, including me in plans, asking for my opinion, and making sure we made decisions together. It wasn't about control, it was about balance and respect. Looking back, that night could have driven a wedge between us. Instead, it opened the door to better communication. My silence had spoken louder than anger ever could. And the next morning, the real surprise was seeing her finally understand what our marriage truly required: mutual respect. That day, instead of fighting, we spoke honestly. She admitted she had been wrong to ignore my feelings and explained how hollow the party had felt without my support. Her apology was genuine, and for the first time, I felt she truly understood that marriage isn't about winning arguments. It's about valuing each other's emotions. I accepted her apology, but reminded her that respect must always come first. She promised to be more thoughtful, and I promised to trust her more. In that moment, our silence transformed into understanding, and the distance from last night faded. We chose reconciliation over resentment, strengthening our bond in ways neither of us could have predicted.